Hi there. I'm Anta, the CEO and co-founder of inai, and we are building Segment for global payments. Inai is the only payment integration that companies need to accept digital payments globally. We provide a unified API that connects with multiple payment rails such as Stripe or Adyen, buy now pay later schemes such as Klarna or Afterpay, wallets, fraud providers such as Riskified or Swift, tax and BI tools, and can be set up in minutes. Karthik and I previously ran a direct-to-consumer fitness business. We started out with Stripe, and our checkout used to look something like this. However, we quickly realized that our customers wanted to pay with a whole bunch of other payment methods. So we spent a few weeks of developer time to make our checkout look like this. We then got more feedback that the customers want even more payment methods. So we spent a few more weeks to make our checkout look like this. And then a few more weeks to make our checkout look like this, and this. It was not just the upfront integration that was a problem. Tying together the data from all the different payment integrations that we had made so that we would get a unified view of the customer for refunds, chargebacks, or analytics was a significant challenge for us. As we grew, we wanted to explore other options for our payment service providers. However, this was an issue as well because all our customers' payment details were vaulted with the PSPs, and switching providers would mean asking our customers to re-enter their payment details again at checkout, which neither us nor any business today wants to do.
Hi, I'm Karthik, CTO and co-founder of inai. At inai, we provide you a single integration upon connecting with which you will be able to accept payments globally, provide the payment method of choice to your customers, have the optimal checkout experience, and all of this you can do in just minutes. You don't need to stay on top of your payment stack. You can optimize for revenue. There's so many things that you can do with just this setup, and it'll probably take you a few minutes to get going with. And without further ado, I'm just going to give you a demo of how inai works. Getting set up with inai is very straightforward. Visit our website inai.io. Hit the sign up for free button. The first $50,000 of your transactions are on us, so please do give it a try. And you're redirected to a page wherein you can just create your own account. Very normal stuff. You just have to enter a few details about yourself and your company, and you're in. I've already created one, so I'm just going to show you the login flow. I log in and I'm in the dashboard. So to get set up with inai, you will have to choose the payment providers that you would want to connect with. For the sake of this demo, we're going to accept credit and debit card transactions via Stripe and also connect with Apple Pay. The first part of the setup is on the inai dashboard. The second part is where you will have to connect inai with your website, which could be either with a drop-in widget that we provide or through APIs. So let's get the first part done, wherein I go ahead and set up Stripe, Apple Pay, and get running. So I'm going to choose Stripe in here, and it redirects me to a screen wherein I will have to enter a bunch of details. I'll have to copy the secret key, the publishable key from the Stripe dashboard. That is, you log in to your Stripe account. On the dashboard, when you go to the developers section, you will be able to find your secret key and your publishable key. Then I enter the checkout domain name, the domain to which I am going to integrate with. In your case, it'll be your domain. And give this any alias that you want to call it. So I'm just going to go ahead and enter these details and show how it appears. So I've gone ahead and entered the details and I hit connect. Boom. Stripe is up and ready to go. Right, so that's pretty much all it takes to connect with any payment provider of your choice to inai. In this case, we connected with our Stripe account, but the effort should be the same for virtually any payment provider across the globe. Just copy the credentials, paste it onto the inai dashboard, and you should be ready to go. Now, the only pending step is for us to connect inai with your website. Let's just go ahead and see how that's done. Mind you, that's just a one-time affair. You will have to connect with inai only once, and then this dashboard is available for you to add newer payment methods. So all you have to do is visit our website. Again, the documentation is already there, very straightforward. It should probably take you a few minutes to an hour to connect with inai and get up and running. There are two ways in which you can connect with inai or from your website. One is, of course, using our plug and play drop-in code, which is available, which is our payment widget. We have taken care of all elements of the checkout, including accepting address fields and ensuring the necessary bells and whistles for security, including compliance. And the steps are fairly straightforward. You will have to go ahead and copy this snippet of code into your checkout page, this div as well, and finally ensure that initialize the inai widget by passing in the amount and the currency. And also the inai token will have to be provided. Now this is something that's a unique token that's assigned to you as a merchant. It can be found on the inai dashboard in here. Just click on credentials, copy this, and you should be good to go. Yeah, and that's pretty much all it takes for you to get started and accept payments using inai's drop-in widget. But assume that you don't want to use our drop-in widget. You already have your checkout in place. You just want to use APIs to connect with inai as well. The documentation is available here, and it should be fairly straightforward for you to get started with this as well. So all of this is available on our website for you to try. Cool. Now let's just go ahead and see how this handshake works. We have created a dummy store in here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I already have inai's drop-in code used in here for checkout. I'm just gonna go ahead and add, maybe coffee in here. Go to my cart, checkout in here. So cool, you have credit and debit that's appeared in here. So what we will do now is let's just turn on Apple Pay on the widget and see whether it appears on our checkout. Right, so Apple Pay is in a disabled state here. I moved to my Mac and I've done a video grab here, and I'm going to run this at 1.5x so that we move through the checkout process faster. What we would want to see here is turning on Apple Pay here on the inai dashboard automatically enables Apple Pay on the checkout without writing a line of code. And we should be able to check out and pay with Apple Pay. So playing the video in here, again adding the same coffee, entering the details. This is customizable, by the way. You don't see Apple Pay in here. Turn on Apple Pay here, and it should appear on the checkout this time around. On refreshing again, you'll have to go through the same process. And there you go. Now let's see how the transaction proceeds on hitting pay. Just waiting to confirm this on the phone. And once get the confirmation of the phone, we are going to be done here. This is a video grab, by the way. Boom, you're live with Apple Pay.
Hi there. Thanks, Karthik. So, why should you work with inai? Well, as Karthik talked about, we are going to save you tons of developer time, both with your first time integration as well as maintenance. Every single API that's been upgraded by your PSP, we will maintain that for you. All your data is going to sit with you as a business, making transition from PSP-A to PSP-B seamless. We are going to future proof your payment stack. So if there is a new payment method that comes up in any part of the world that you operate in 6 months or 12 months time, inai will have that updated for you at your checkout. So your developers don't have to spend weeks trying to upgrade your payment stack. Very soon, we are going to be launching a cost optimization function where merchants will be able to optimize their payment stack based on the transaction approval rates as well as the cost that they see on a particular rail. Finally, we are building no-code workflows to allow product managers and engineering teams to orchestrate custom business logic to suit their own needs. So here are a few examples. You should be able to turn on and turn off providers with clicks, not with code. You should be able to orchestrate failover logic or connect to payment providers only upon certain use cases, like connect to fraud only if the transaction is greater than $100, like the one that was shown, all without having to write any code. We would love to hear from you if you've got any feedback on our product or if you want to see any features that we haven't already covered. The example that we showed earlier was that of an e-commerce merchant, but inai will work just as well for any kind of business, be it a subscription business or a marketplace business, including those marketplaces where the marketplace acts as a merchant of record and therefore has to make the payments on a delayed settlement basis. And here is the icing on the cake. Your first $50,000 that you process with inai will be on us, and it takes less than 20 minutes to integrate. So why don't you give it a go and let us know any feedback that you have. Thank you for listening.